Heaven is a place you don't want to miss. If you like learning, this is the place to learn in heaven. The deeper we dig into God's creation, the more mysteries we will find. Millions of years in the future, we will still be learning new things. You can't miss it. Don't sell yourself short. Just for a little political pressure, you're going to give in? Just because they threaten to throw you out of the church, you're going to give in? Because you can't be an elder or a deaconess anymore, you're going to give in? Just because they're going to fire you, you're going to give in? They haven't even threatened to burn you at the stake yet. Most of us are giving in for little tiny things, and we haven't even been threatened with our life yet. The breeze blows and we run from the breeze, and the hurricane hasn't even started yet. Stand firm. Look what God told Joshua. 2 things, he said. Have I not told you to be strong and of good courage? What's the difference between strength and courage? One day I was flying the airplane around a hurricane to Venezuela. One of the biggest hurricanes, Hurricane Ivan. So I had to make a big circuit around it. But as I came across the coast, I was looking down and I saw these massive waves hitting the shore. There was a big rock, and the waves were hitting it hard, and the rock was just smiling and not moving. That is to be strong. When God says to you, be strong and of good courage, He's saying, don't move when the storm hits. Plant your feet and say, here I am, I can do no other, so help me God. Let the storm hit. God will defend you. God will protect you. But most of us run from public opinion. We need to learn to be strong. What does courage mean? Courage means you look at something very dangerous and you run right toward it. Goliath was probably as tall as that picture on the wall in the back. David picked up rocks. God had anointed him to be the next king of Israel. He knew Goliath could not kill him. So if God anointed David to be king, then he said, I can take on Goliath. And Goliath was furious to see a little boy run at him. And he even had, at his side, he had an armor bearer that was carrying a big shield to protect him. He had a big lance that was so heavy it looked like a weaver's beam, which is about this big around. It was about that big. Take a tree. And he threatened that little boy, come to me and I will feed you to the birds of the air. David said, you come to me and you threaten me, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, whom you have defied. And he ran toward Goliath. And with one rock, it went into his forehead. You know what? This part of the skull is very hard. I don't think David could have buried that rock in his forehead. Someday I'm going to do a test on a skull. And I'm going to fire a rock right at the forehead. And I'm going to see what speed it has to actually bury itself into this big, thick skull. I don't think there's any way David could have gotten that kind of velocity out of it. I think David just obeyed, and he slung the rock, and I think God buried him in the forehead. Whenever you obey, God, heaven, moves in your favor. Everything can look against you. But the moment you choose to obey, everything changes. The rules of physics change. The angels step in and do your work for you. So don't be discouraged. Be encouraged.